Money is something that we all use every day, whether it's to buy something we want, pay our bills, or even just put away for savings. But have you ever wondered about the history of money? Where did it come from and how has it evolved over time? In this video, we'll take a deep dive into the fascinating history of money and discover how it has transformed from a simple barter system to the digital currency we use today. Before the introduction of money, people relied on a system of barter for trading goods and services. In a barter system, individuals would exchange goods or services they had for goods or services they needed, without the use of currency. While this system may seem simple, it played an integral role in the early evolution of human trade and commerce. In practice, bartering involved finding someone who had something you wanted and offering something of equal or greater value in exchange. For example, if a farmer needed clothing, they could trade some of their crops with a tailor in exchange for new clothes. Bartering required finding someone who wanted what you had and had what you wanted, which was often difficult. Individuals also had to ensure that the items being traded were of roughly equal value, which could be challenging without a standardized form of currency. Despite these challenges, the barter system allowed people to acquire goods and services they needed without the use of money. While the barter system allowed for people to trade goods and services without money, it had its drawbacks. One of the biggest challenges was the double coincidence of wants problem, the need for both parties to agree to a trade when they both had something the other wanted. Bartering required a lot of time and effort, which could be a significant disadvantage. Additionally, the value of goods could be difficult to determine, leading to disagreements or misunderstandings. Despite these challenges, the barter system allowed individuals to acquire goods and services without formal currency, which was an advantage to many people at the time. Around 700 BC, the use of metal coins as currency was introduced by the Lydians in present-day Turkey. These early coins were made of electrum, a natural alloy of gold and silver. The adoption of coins as a form of currency transformed the way people traded and interacted with each other. Unlike the barter system, which relied on finding someone who had something you wanted, coinage allowed people to acquire goods and services using a standardized form of currency. Metal coins revolutionized trade by providing a standardized form of currency that was easily portable and exchangeable. Before the use of coins, people would often use animals or other commodities as a form of payment. This system was not only inconvenient but also impractical, as animals and other commodities were difficult to transport. Coins, on the other hand, were small, portable, and could be easily exchanged for goods and services. This allowed goods to be traded across regions and improved the efficiency of trade. The introduction of metal coins had a significant impact on society and the economy. Standardized currency allowed for easier trade and enabled the growth of larger, more complex economies. It also allowed governments to collect taxes and regulate trade. Moreover, coins were a symbol of power and authority, as rulers would often stamp their likeness on them to reinforce their legitimacy. The use of metal coins also facilitated the growth of inter-regional trade and the establishment of formalized systems of commerce. Paper money, also known as banknotes or currency notes, is a type of currency made of paper and other materials that can be used as a medium of exchange in place of coins. Paper money was introduced in China during the Tang Dynasty, 618 to 907 AD, and was further developed over the years. Like metal coins, paper money provided a standardized form of currency that made trade and commerce easier. Paper money also represented a significant technological advancement, as it allowed for the mass production of currency and made it possible for banks and governments to issue and regulate currency. Paper money evolved over time and went through several significant changes. The first paper money was in the form of banknotes, issued by private banks in China during the Tang Dynasty. These banknotes were backed by gold and silver and usually redeemed on demand. Paper money later spread to the rest of the world, with governments and banking institutions issuing their own currency notes. In the 19th century, countries such as France and the United States adopted the gold standard, which linked paper money to the value of gold. This was done to regulate inflation and ensure stability in the currency. The impact of paper money on economics and society has been significant. Paper money has facilitated trade and commerce and made it easier for people to conduct transactions across long distances. It has allowed for the efficient circulation of money and has helped to standardize prices and wages. Moreover, the mass production of banknotes has enabled governments to finance wars and other large-scale endeavors through loans and bonds. The use of paper money has also allowed for the expansion of credit and the development of modern banking systems, which have helped to spur economic growth and development across the world. Banknotes are a type of paper money that are issued by central banks and governments. Banknotes, like paper money, were introduced as a more practical and convenient form of currency than metal coins. Banknotes come in a range of denominations and are designed with various security features to prevent counterfeiting. They are widely used across the world and are often the primary form of currency in circulation. Banknotes have gone through several significant changes since their inception. The first banknotes were issued in China during the 7th century, although their widespread use didn't occur until much later. Banknotes were initially backed by collateral, usually gold or silver, and were simply a certificate representing the value of the underlying commodity. With the rise of central banking in the 18th and 19th centuries, governments gradually assumed the primary responsibility for issuing banknotes. Today, banknotes come with a range of security features and often feature the image of notable figures or symbols associated with a country's culture or history. Banknotes have had a major impact on society and the economy. They have enabled the growth of international trade and the formation of complex financial systems. Banknotes have also increased the efficiency of transactions and reduced the need for carrying large amounts of metal coins. Moreover, they have allowed for greater flexibility in monetary policy, with central banks able to adjust the money supply in response to economic conditions. However, banknotes can also contribute to inflation and can be subject to counterfeiting. The impact of banknotes is ongoing, with their use and role in society continuing to evolve over time. Digital money, also known as digital currency or cryptocurrency, is a type of currency that exists only in digital form. Digital money is created, transferred, and verified through cryptographic algorithms, rather than through the traditional banking system. Digital money is decentralized, meaning that it operates independently of governments and financial institutions, relying instead on a network of users to confirm transactions. Digital money has gained popularity in recent years and has been embraced by a growing number of merchants and consumers worldwide as a legitimate form of payment. Digital currency has been evolving since the 1980s, but it wasn't until the introduction of Bitcoin in 2009 that digital currency gained widespread attention. Bitcoin is a decentralized digital currency that operates without the need for a central bank or administrator. Instead, transactions are recorded on a public ledger called the blockchain, which is maintained by a network of users. Since the introduction of Bitcoin, thousands of other digital currencies have come into existence, including Ethereum, Ripple, and Litecoin. These digital currencies vary in their design, functionality, and popularity, but all operate on the same basic principles of cryptography and decentralization. Digital money has had a significant impact on society and the economy. It has allowed for faster, cheaper, and more efficient transactions across borders, reducing the need for intermediaries such as banks or payment processors. In addition, digital money has enabled the creation of new business models, such as peer-to-peer lending and crowdfunding, that have disrupted traditional finance. Another advantage of digital money is its potential to reach unbanked populations, giving individuals access to financial services who were previously excluded from traditional banking systems. However, digital money is not without challenges, including volatile exchange rates and the potential for fraud and cybercrime. From bartering goods to trading gold, from paper money to digital currency, the history of money is a fascinating story of human evolution and progress. Today, we have instant access to our funds through electronic transactions, and we can enjoy the ease and convenience of financial services that were unimaginable just a few decades ago. But as we've seen throughout history, the form of our currency will likely continue to evolve over time as technology advances and societies change. No matter how money changes in the future, however, one thing is clear: it will always be a crucial part of our lives and the foundation of our economies.